Favourite, Grey Gold 5-2 for Richard Lee and Tom Scudamore. Far West, Paul Nicholls and Jack Sherwood. Lessening is already light burdened by a further £5, and likewise Bridget Andrews claiming 7 on Mr Grey for Dan Skelton.
Jim, I really want to see Sire Grugy win, and I want to see him win well, but it's not actually that straightforward, is it?
Well, I actually think the most important thing is, I mean, obviously he can win if he jumps really well. The most important thing is jump really well. If he gets beaten here, even by 2 or 3 lengths, it won't be a disaster as far as Cheltenham. He's got to run to about 170 with a clear round to win this. Yeah. If the other two show their form.
But the thing is as well, it's a handicap, so he's given the weight away, and the other two, his main rivals today, Grey Gold and Far West, are actually in the handicap. And of course, Far West, because Jack Sherwood's able to claim 5, is in effect quite well in.
Yes, he is. I mean, and he's still to some extent unexposed over fences. Grey Gold is a very solid performer with form on the course and on the ground, like Sire Grugy. So ultimately, it's a cliche, but steeplechasing comes down to jumping, doesn't it?
And Jamie Moore today, he'll be keen to get Sire Grugy into a better rhythm than he was in last time at Newbury. At Newbury, to me, he just looked all over the place, the horse. He was never as fluent as he can normally be. One of this horse's greatest assets is the way he attacks his obstacles. He didn't have that same zest the other day.
Come forward. They're off. Racing them with 12 fences to jump. The outsider, Mr Grez, with the yellow cap, leads them down to the first of those 12 obstacles. They are all over it safely. The lighter of the two greys, Grey Gold, taking it in second place, about a length off the leader. And then nearest to us, a dark blue and white jacket, is Far West, and Sire Grugy, red colours, is the back marker of the quartet. Bit of a run before they'll meet number 2, which is over on the far side of the course. Currently heading downhill at the end of the home straight, and then swinging left-handed before they'll race sharply uphill to the far side of the track. So Mr Grez, the outsider, Bridget Andrews, yellow cross belts, leading by about a length and a half or so. Grey Gold, who was runner-up in this race 12 months ago. Tom Scudamore in second position, then Jack Sherwood on Far West, 1 length further back, and then Jamie Moore on the champion chaser, Sire Grugy, giving lumps of weight away to his 3 rivals who precede him into the back straight as they run on now to fence number 2. I'll be taking 2 open ditches on the way round. There'll be numbers 3 and 9 of the 12 in total. Mr Grez then comes on to fence 2 to Grey Gold, over at a length in second place as they approach the first of the ditches. Sire Grugy, a quick leap from him on the inside and almost joined Far West for third position on touching down. This is the first of the ditches, all safely over that. 4 more plain fences on the far side to take then. Mr Grez by 2 or 3 lengths now over that one safely. An error there from Far West, who hit it pretty hard. Jack Sherwood, the dark blue and white jacket, on the outer of Jamie Moore, who's in the red colours on Sire Grugy. Next plain fence, all safe over that one. About a 3 or 4 length lead now for Mr Grez, who heads down to the 2 plain fences at the end of the back straight, leading to Grey Gold. Continues to chase him in second place, with Far West regaining a narrow third position over Sire Grugy as they took that one, and they head down with 1 more fence on the far side to take, 6 more in total. Mr Grez over it safely, all get over that one okay, so on towards the home straight now with the final 5 fences they'll have to jump. The outsider and well out of the weights, Mr Grez continues to have the lead. Grey Gold closing up though, and being brought through on the inside of Mr Grez by Tom Scudamore to match strides with him virtually as they begin to turn on towards home. There's only 2 lengths behind them to the red jacket, Sire Grugy, getting closer on the inner of Far West, who's being niggled at by Jack Sherwood. He's the only one who's made a serious error on the way round so far. Last bit of the turn then into the home straight coming up and approaching the final half mile. Mr Grez continues to fend off the challenge of Grey Gold at this stage as he comes down to the 5th last obstacle. On the extreme left is Far West, and then the chestnut with a white face, the champion chaser Sire Grugy, who's in third place there. Far West begins to really struggle, 2 or 3 lengths behind the other trio. This is the final one of the ditches. On the right, Grey Gold, almost wrestling the lead now from the yellow cap of Mr. Grez. A length behind him is Sire Grugy, and now coming through almost to take second position. Far West is well beaten off behind him. 3 plain fences to jump. And Grey Gold narrowly to Sire Grugy in second position. A big leap from him, and he's taken the lead there. 2 plain fences to take. Mr. Grez on the left with the yellow cap, battling on well. Far West behind him. Sire Grugy then at the second last. A massive leap from him there. Touchdown with 3 or 4 lengths advantage to Grey Gold, who's being re-challenged for second place by Mr. Grez. But Sire Grugy then comes towards the 12th and final fence. Another big leap, giving lumps of weight away, and simply outclassed his rivals here. So the champion chaser, Sire Grugy, comes back up the run-in now, ridden out in the closing stages by Jamie Moore, but a very satisfactory Cheltenham trial. Sire Grugy gives lumps of weight away and a good beating to Grey Gold, Mr. Grez and Far West.
Relief, I would think, all round, because it was a lot more polished performance today. I know that the horses that he's beating aren't champion chase contenders,